Good afternoon. You should be here to join us for the masking experience. We're going to show you how to use masks within Heritage Makers. This is Stacy Croninger. We have Helen Watt who is going to walk us through this, and Chelsea's in the background. She'll be answering any questions that you have as much as she can. But we're excited to have you here. We will post this recording later on today once we get it converted and ready to go. So you should be able to see my screen, hear my voice. If either of those are not working, you'll want to jump off and jump back on again. And we're going to go ahead and just dive right in. I'm going to switch the presenter over to Helen. Helen, you ready to get started?
I am ready. Thanks for having me.
Okay, Helen, I have given you control.
Okay, excellent. Can you see my screen okay?
I can see it. Can everyone else see it? I know Jody could. Yep, Janet says yes, and your mouse is moving, so you are good to go, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So we're going to start by showing you some fun ways that you can use these new alpha masks. There's two of them that have recently been added to the Heritage Makers template gallery. One of them is called Aquino, and the other one's called Bumpo. But what's exciting about them is they're super chunky. So they're great for doing all kinds of fun projects, and there's already a couple of templates in the gallery, and we hope to get more added soon. So what you want to do is just pick a project. I've actually picked a 20 by 8 inch canvas, and I'm just going to spell a really easy word on here to show you how to get started. I want to do it all in capital letters, and I was recently out in Oregon, and so I am just going to spell Oregon on my page. So I'm going to drop all the letters on here that I need. O-R-E, let's see, we also need E and a G. Okay, then I can move my art collection out of the way, and I can just space these out. I'm kind of overlapping the black space. I'm going to show you several different ways that you can do this. And if you've got any questions while we're teaching the class, feel free to type them into the chat bar. But you can see that I'm covering up the black space, but I'm not covering up the letter. And that doesn't quite fit on my canvas, does it? So the next thing I'm going to do is hold my Shift key and select all the letters. And then using the toolbox, I'm going to line them up so they're all even. And then continuing to hold my Shift key, that's kind of like a temporary grouping function on your computer, and I'm just dragging it from the corner, and I'm going to make it fit on my page. So you could actually have the letter go all the way to the edge of this dotted line, because I'm going to show you how to fill in the back of it. Okay, so once you've got your letters on there, the next thing you want to do is go through and lock them so that they don't move on you. And then we're going to look, I'm going to show you several different ways that you can use these, but the first way that we're going to do it is that we're going to look for just a gigantic picture. So you know how when you're out and you're traveling and you take these gorgeous scenery pictures, then you just drag that one giant picture up onto your page, stretch it so that it's as big as your whole project is, and then you can either use the toolbox, or I just right-click and say send it to the back. So now it's instantly behind my photo, and I can adjust it, whatever part of this picture. Do you see how I'm just moving it across my page for whatever part of this picture I want to show? So I like it there. Then I'm going to use the toolbox to crop my picture. And I'm going to crop it to be right a little bit bigger than the word that I spelled. Okay? And then the last step is to just add a background. So did you guys know that in the basic, which is free, basic package called Shapes, and you can see I just put over here in the search field the word shapes, and this pops right up. This is where all these great basic shapes are, which I use all the time. And so again, I'm just going to take this square, put it up in the corner of my wrapped canvas, hold my Shift key down, And my shift key lets me drag it. It actually temporarily unlocks the aspect ratio, so I can drag it right or left, top or bottom, you know, at all different ways. And I've sent that to the back as well. So my project's actually pretty done. And the reason that I say pretty done is because you can do other things to it. You can change this background paper just by changing your fill color. You can actually pick up any color that's in your project just by rubbing this little, eyedropper across your page. And then you can do the same thing with these letters. You can change the background of this mask so that it will also all match. Okay? So instead of keep going with that, I want to show you another project that I did. So let me just close that out. And here's the same concept, finished with a beautiful beach sunset picture. And these were just taken with my smartphone. So that's just the letters beach that I spelled across there. I added a text box. There's lots of great sayings. You might see something. I actually saw this on someone's t-shirt, and I thought it was so cute. I wrote it down in the notes section of my phone so that I could use it for a project. And you can find things there. You can get inspiration from Pinterest. You could get inspiration from just searching for phrases for whatever topic you're looking for. But I just changed the background in each letter to match one of the colors in the project. So that's option one, and that's using a single picture across the entire word. Does that seem pretty simple? Have we gotten any questions so far?
No questions so far. You're doing great.
Okay, great. So our next project is where we've taken the same letters that we've added, the same exact process where you're going to drag your alphabet letters onto your project and size them. And this project has one picture per space. Can you see that? So what that lets you do is it lets you add 5 pictures onto your project. So let me go down here to my photos. This little chat box keeps like popping into my way, sorry. And I'm going to go up here to okay, so I can just find a picture and then I can just drag and drop it. And when it lights up and the green plus sign comes on, you know that you can adjust your picture. Now, even with it in here, you can scale it out, right? But you don't want to have it, see how when you go too far out, you lose the top of your letter. So don't do that. If you're having trouble fitting the word on, maybe a better idea is to scale it in a little bit more and put one part of it on this picture and then the other part of it over here on this other picture. So let's first do that, and then we'll drop the exact same picture in over here, and we'll scale it in. But in order to make it match, go back here and look at what your scale is. This says that I scaled it to 41.4. So you want to do the same thing with this picture so they'll line up correctly. You want to scale this into 41.4 or whatever you did. And then just overlap the pictures so that they'll work. And then you can adjust it. It looks like I need to scale it in a little bit more so that I can see Dad over here and the little guy over here. So let's just adjust him a little bit more. 46, and then we'll go to this little guy and put him at 46. Okay, so you're going to do that process all the way across your page, and some pictures you're not going to have to scale like that. They're going to just work great. This one I'm going to adjust this way a little bit and zoom in. But you will find pictures that work for your project. Look, we've lost Dad's head. So that doesn't work for that spot very well, but you're going to find projects that work well. Let's try another picture and see how that one works. There we go. Okay, so this one will work better. All right, so that is taking one picture per letter, or in this case, we used 2. Everybody doing okay with that concept?
Yep, everyone is good to go.
Okay, good. So now I'm going to find another concept that I did where it is a lot of pictures per letter. And I really like this one because, first of all, who just takes 1 picture or 5 pictures at the beach? People have lots and lots of memories, right? And these are really fun to put up on your wall as either wrapped canvas or a print or anything like that that you can frame. And so here you can see that I've created the letters, but then, and let me just zoom in so you can see it better, I've added multiple photo spaces. Do you see that? So each letter has lots of opportunities. I've still used this twice to get half of it here and half of it here. But the thing that's nice about doing this is that you really can, let me go down here to some photos, you really can get a lot of pictures in one, word art. And so you just find the picture that works for you, and then you just drag and drop, and when it lights up, it's good. And if you have to adjust it, you can scale out a little bit, and then you've got your memory, and you've got a whole bunch of pictures. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like finished. Because Stacy and I just wanted to do this as a really quick project and not have it be like too long, so you guys could get some inspiration. We're trying to give you some jumping off points so that you can go out and create lots of fun projects. Now, what's kind of neat about this project that I did was that this is an 18 by 24 print. They're super inexpensive, and when you get 2 of them in one project, they cut apart. You can use our Memories for Life long trimmer, and they cut apart into 2 separate 9 by 12 projects, which is a standard size frame. So our page prints work great for doing that, and they're super affordable. What you'll want to do is you'll want to put the ruler on your project. So I'm going to put it on in red so you can see it really well. And the ruler is going to help you find the exact midpoint. See this white line? That's my exact midpoint. And so when my projects come, that's where I cut it in half. And then once you've got that all lined up, then you can go back up here to view, and you can remove the ruler so that it doesn't obstruct your view. But this is a finished project just like we did with beach, except you can see that there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like 17 pictures up here in these 5 letters. And the same thing down here with World's Greatest Dad. And what's really fun is if you have a limited space in your home, you can change out your print all the time. If you have guests coming over, you can put pictures of your last visit with your guest in there into a print, and just really have some fun with that. So do you guys get the concept of cutting one 18 by 24 print in half and doing that?
Yeah, they're loving all of this.
That's excellent. Good. Okay, so I also did some 12 by 12 page prints. Now, I really love these because this is super affordable. What we're trying to do is give you guys some ideas for what looks like a new product, but it's really just reimagining products that we have in new ways. And so this is where I did a monogram as a 12 by 12 page print. And our scrap pages are actually on sale right now. And so they're down to like what, Stacy, like around $3?
Yeah, I think so. Because they're 20% off.
Yeah, they're really affordable. So you'll want to make lots of them. And I'm just going to zoom in so you can see this a little bit better. So I did this for my friend Kim, whose granddaughter, Macy Kate, is adorable. And we did a little monogram letter for her. And you can see that there's lots of photo places here. But what I wanted to show you about this project was that sometimes in this space, you have a picture, or in this space for an M, you have a picture that doesn't quite fit the space. So here's what you can do about that. This is actually the same picture, just like we did on that other project, right? That I've loaded into the square into both photo spaces. And then I just scaled in the bottom one until we lined up Macy and her dress and her arms. And you can use this little up arrow button in the toolbox to go really slowly. And now it's just one, it looks like one picture. Whoops, needs to go in just a little bit more. But it looks like just one picture, right? When you go to print that, it's not going to look like two. And isn't that adorable? I've added a little frog in here because, of course, she's a princess. Look at her crown. She's so cute. And she's got a little frog swimming suit on. And you could continue to jazz this up, you know, however you want. Like around Bodhi's word art, I put little string around the edges. But I just wanted to show you this concept of how when you have a picture that doesn't fit right, load it in twice and then just use the toolbox on the zoom feature. Again, so we'll click on the picture and we're going to use this adjust. It needs to be locked, and then the adjust lets you scale in and scale out, and so that you can get both the pictures lined up beautifully. I did another 12 by 12 print because I thought these were so fun, and the difference with this one is the heart, same concept as the alphabet letters, right? So we have lots of other fun shapes in here. If you go down here to art collection, you can see that we have, so we're just going to put in the word mask, and you can see that not only do the alphabet letters show up, but these other masks show up. These are all basic, you guys, so that means that anybody in a Heritage Maker Studio account can create with these fun masks. And all I did was go over here to the basic masks, and you can find all kinds of fun stuff. That's where the heart is. There's all kinds of really cute little shapes. You could spell snow with the O having a little bit of a textured edge. You could do a sports team with the R as a star as one of those letters. But that's all I did here was I made the heart be one photo. I thought that would be really cute of the two people, like a special photo that was about, and then have the L and the V and the E all be little pictures all around it. And then I just color matched the background to some of my embellishments. So you can see that each letter, here, let me just show you, right? If I change that color, you'll see how you could make the whole thing be whatever color you want. You could have that be pink, and you could have this entire project be pink. So don't think that red is your color, because they actually all default to black. But you see how easy that is to just change. And you could even do some different colors if you like this square look on that. That's fun too. So other options that you could do is that if you don't have enough pictures, but you like the idea of doing collages of pictures, but let's say you only have 12 pictures, but the way that you need them to fit in your alphabet letters, it leaves you with a couple of blank spaces. Don't forget that you can use a fill color. So you could, again, we're just going to match this to these cute little heart leaves. So some of your spaces could be filled with a coordinating color, or you could even do a whole patchwork of color. Wouldn't that be fun? Our collections go so beautifully together, all the fun papers, and you could literally create like a monogram letter or a word and just have it be beautiful papers with embellishments on it, if that's what you want in your decor. So I think I've got one other project that I've prepared for you guys. So let me just pull that up. And that is Notepad. So Notepads and magnets are on sale this month as well. And so by creating these, you get an additional discount. If you are basic, you'll save 10%. If you're in one of our club levels, you'll save even more. And what's fun about our Notepads is all 4 Notepads can be different. So let me just say that again. All 4 Notepads can be different. And what that means is that you've either got 4 gifts or 4 different Notepads you need around your house yourself. So you can see this first Notepad, I used the new Our Memories for Life, It's a Kids World paper in the background. And then I added woof on here for my letters, and I can see right there that the edge of that photo is sticking out. So what I'm going to do is just use the, actually, I don't want to do that. I want to unlock it so that I can crop the picture. Okay, so locking it is for adjusting and unlocking is for cropping. And then when I do that, it's no longer sticking out the edge of that picture. But I've got woof down here, and then we've got all this cute little, oh, I added this on here to give it some extra dimension with a shadow. But all these cute little word arts, they could say whatever you wanted it to say. It could say a note from Helen. It could say, you know, Bodhi says hello. It could literally say whatever you want it to say. So I made a woof one, but I didn't want to leave my friends out with kitties, so I made meow. And then I've just got some other ones that I haven't even started yet. But this, again, could be one picture. It could be 4 individual pictures, just like Whoop is, or it could be a collage of them. But aren't our notepads fun? Doesn't that make you just want to go create some holiday gifts, jump on this sale, and create teacher gifts? You could spell their name there. You could put a picture of the school in the background. But other fun words: smile, happy, mom, dad, family. What can you guys think of? What words come to mind that you want to celebrate? Vacation, a special place, right? So Oregon's one, but what if you went to Cancun, Mexico? I actually have one in my house that's an 18 by 24, and instead of it being 2 separate projects, the top word is Cancun, the bottom word is Mexico, and it's filled with tons and tons of pictures. So you don't have to cut them apart. It could be one giant project where you have a whole bunch of memories. And then every time you walk by your wall or use your notepad, you see pictures in your life of all the favorite things that you love. So Stacy, how are we doing?
We're doing good. Vicki suggested the word swim with pictures of grandsons. That's a fun idea.
Oh, so that's so fun because Vicki has spent her summer at the pool with her adorable twin grandsons. I know Vicki. So Vicki, let me just show you how easily you could do that. So you would go down here to pull up our collections, our art collections, and actually because the masks are brand new, they're going to show up when you hit this little home tab. Do you guys see that 6 of these collections have a blue box around them? So every time collections are new, they show up right at the top of the list when you click home, and they have a blue thing around them. So you know, oh, I've got to go in and touch those collections and see what's in there and play with it. When it's a later month, you would just type in the word mask or masks, and they'll show up as well as other masks. So let's go ahead and create swim for Vicki. And you can see that this mask is a little bit smaller, a little bit skinnier. So I need S, W, I, and M. So I'm going to drag my letters onto my page. Then I can get rid of my art collection, and I can reposition these letters how I need them. Now, one other way is that you can crop your letters first. So we just go here to crop. We take the crop box and we position it right outside with just a little bit of black space around there, enough to hide a picture behind, and then we hit crop. Wait, why did it? Sorry, I didn't hit the right button. So let me adjust that again and say done. Why isn't it cropping, Stace? That's weird. And then I will drag them into position. I really like doing this part because they're easy to shrink all at once. Do you guys remember how to do that? You hold the shift key down. So if you can't see what you're doing, just zoom out and then hold your shift key down, select all your letters, make sure they're lined up, and then shrink them down. And you can drag them right onto your project, except I let go of
hate it when I don't grab all of them.
So M, what happened? And what's really fun about this is that this makes a great edge all by itself, right? Like, so this is a notepad, and you're not putting a bunch of paper, behind that, but you can turn this into something blue. We've got beautiful water papers, and all you have to do to find that is type in the word water, and all these beautiful papers pop up. In fact, there's even an entire collection of just water paper. And you could add a water paper that you like to your background to write your note on. And of course, that's going to be a little bit busy to put your note on, but you can send it to the back, and then you can change the transparency on it. and make it a little bit lighter. But before I do that, actually, I want to color match this to like one of these veins in the water. Isn't that cool? So I'm just going to keep going by each letter. Yes, Vicki, if you haven't said it yet, I'll share the project with you when I'm done.
She said very cool.
Yeah, oh good. So we're just going to pick up each little letter and change the background, and now we can select this paper and change the transparency so that you still looks like water, right? But you've got it where you can actually write a note on it, and then we just go look for our photos. Now, if you're making something for a friend and you just want to share it that way, because I don't have a grandson that swims, again, we're going to go back to that shape collection, open that up. It doesn't just have the black shapes in it, it also has all of these photo spaces. So you drag it onto your page, position it to the size of your letter, and I'm just using the Shift key to be able to unlock the aspect ratio, and then I'm going to lock it, and then I'm going to drop it behind the letter. So I'm just hitting Control and the down arrow button to put it behind. So now my letters are all there. I pop the rest of those in, and then let's see if I have anything in a photo that I could do for a swimming. Oh, not there. That's not swimming. Let's look down here where this little boy is back in got his little swimmy on, right? So you just select that and you drop your picture in. When the green light drops on, you're good, and then you just adjust it from there. So you could totally make a little swim notepad. That's a cute idea. What other words did you guys think of?
That was the only one that someone shared with us.
Okay, good. Well, do you guys have any questions? We just wanted this to be real quick instructions for you. Again, the alphabet sets are free. They're part of our basic collection. The other masks, the heart and stars and things like that, those are also part of basic. You can find them by searching your art collection under the word mask, and then use these for creating other shapes on your page. And then remember, you can drop in a single word. You can drop in one picture per letter. So this is my single word up here. Okay, there's that single word. Here's one word per letter. Here's a bunch of collage words. And then you can drop them on anything. So remember, we've got a print sale, page print sale going on right now, 12 by 12 page prints. That's good for doing these monogram scrap pages. We've also got a sale on notepads and magnet tapping this month, so you can get a jump and do some really cute little holiday gifts. And any more questions, Stacey?
Nope, that was it. We'll remind everyone that this is recorded. I'll post it later this afternoon so that you can review it, share it with your teams, and just go be creative. So many fun options.
Well, thanks so much for making the alpha sets happen, Stacey. I was glad to partner with you and share these fun ideas with everybody, and hope you guys have fun creating.
I think they will. Thanks so much, Helen. Appreciate your time. Have a good day, everyone.
You're welcome. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.